And welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, July 22nd, sorry. This is Gio Benacourt, and I'm doing this recording for by Vantage Markets right about an hour and 23 minutes to be exact prior to the U.S. session open. Well, earnings, second quarter earnings seems are off. We have defense stocks on the move, but Lockheed Martin is the only one that is seeming to not have met expectations on their second quarter. But nevertheless, as stock demands or armament, defense armament is on the rise. The demand is on the rise globally, so that will be something good. Coca-Cola also reported, and it beat its earnings estimates. So therefore, we're looking at this daily chart. We've hit basically our levels of resistance, all-time highs. So is this particular movement still in the place? Well, let's just analyze with our tools just yesterday's move and see if that will give us some movement. So from the low to the high to where we are so far today, the low of today. Well, if using this tool in this way, well, we can come in and say that we can place our level of resistance, first level of resistance, right the 0.382%, which is 23,414, and our second level at the golden ratio of 0.618. There we have our levels of resistance using our Fibonacci extension tool. So therefore, support. Since we had used Friday's swing low and really that hasn't happened anything, it didn't touch it. Well, let's look for a psychological value, 23,300. That jumps right at me. So that'll be our first level of support. And then let's use yesterday's swing low as our second one. So there we go. We have that here. And well, it's a pretty good indication that as the second quarter earnings season starts in full effect, we'll see more fluctuation. So right now, going with the trend, which is upward. So let's see the S&P also notch another all-time high. So therefore, let's use again a tool from the low to the high to today's fluctuation low, right about there, and then we'll use obviously the 0.382 and the golden ratio, the golden proportion, which in this case it seems to be giving us the swing high from yesterday, but let's use it. Obviously we want to have something. So in this case we have a smaller body. Let's just use 60 to 30 and then Friday's swing low. There we hope we have therefore today our levels of support for the S&P 500. Then we have the Dow. So the Dow is more of consolidation really within Friday's range, really. So we said that if we, one thing that we did said, so if we closed the same as Friday, we'll have that direction of Friday, but we didn't. We closed in the green. So looking for obviously momentum to the upside. So it's looking that we'll have a positive week. So let's just leave the same levels of support and resistance we have yesterday. They really haven't been violated. So crude oil, well, crude oil is pushing lower. So yesterday it penetrated our first level of support, but it quickly retreated and closed above it. So today, $65 seems to be that level, and then I'm gonna use 64.5. Then as far as resistance, I'm going to use the moving averages, 50 moving average and the 20, which is the medium in the Bollinger Band. So going with direction, selling the asset, 65 is the initial target. Then the Nat Gas trending lower. So therefore, let's use support the lower Bollinger Band. And the second one, let's use 318, 20 moving average and 50 moving average. So selling, Nat Gas looking for sales today. gold. So we have gold. So gold has, obviously yesterday with a parabolic movement to the upside, it did a nice move. It has retraced profit taken, could be in place. It 33.80 was rejected, really. It came as low as 33.83, so 3.36 points away from 33.80. So it is retracing. So let's see how much of this pullback is strong enough to swing it into the green. So let's just leave the same levels that we have there. And then we have here silver, jogging along, profit taking, but it's moved to the upside. So the upper Bollinger Band as our first target, 39.40 our second one. So let's keep that in mind. Positive move for the upside of the metals. All right, copper seems to be taking off. Third consecutive day of higher highs so far, of higher highs, higher lows. So that's a textbook uptrend. So let's use yesterday's swing low for our first level of support and leave this second one as is. So looking to buy Bitcoin. Well, with Bitcoin has been in a sideways movement, a coffin of congestion, as I call it, and a breakout is looking to happen. So let's see. Let's see the same levels that we have from yesterday. Our support was tested, rebounded off of that. Then we had the euro. All right, well, euro seems to be catching a bid, and therefore I'm gonna use 117.200 and then 117.600. I'm gonna bring up my support to 116.5 and the lower Bollinger Band. So looking to obviously buy. We're in a bullish scenario, and the energies are the ones that we might be looking to sell. The pound, well, the pound seems to be having a bit of a rough time today. It did open gap down, have been closed, rebounded off the 50 moving average. So let's see, 134.5. I'm gonna give that support, and then yesterday swing low. So let's see what the dollar index is doing today. It's also continuing to move to downwards, looking for the support of the 20 moving average within Bollinger Bands. Let's see if that'll happen. If it does happen, or if it does come towards it, then we'll have particularly a move to the upside on the metals and the currencies. That's it for today. Have a great trading day. I'll see you tomorrow.